Good morning. This is June the 4th, Tuesday, 2024, and we are in BBIS second semester compulsory English class, where we have been reading the essay on the models of intercultural communication competence. And in the previous class, we completed understanding the individual system, where we said that motivation, knowledge, and skills make an individual a competent communicator. And we just started the second section, episodic system. And we said that in individual system, we consider the actor only, whereas in the episodic system, we consider both actor and the co-actor. And we define episodic system as the impression that the co-actor has about the actor. So what is episodic system? Episodic system analyzes the impression that the co-actors have about the actor. And we said that the logic of the individual system extends to the episodic system. For example, if the actor is highly motivated and if the actor has enough knowledge about the communicative situation, and if the actor has good skills to implement his knowledge, then the co-actor has the impression that the actor is highly competent. And we talked in the previous class about actor's status. We talked about actor's status, and we defined status as those factors in an actor which enhance the actor's positive evaluation. Anything in me which makes you feel that I am a competent communicator, that is my status. That makes my status. So if my status is poor, my competence will be perceived to be poor. And if my status is better, my competence will be perceived to be better, right? So what are the characteristics which determine a person's status? So now we move to subheading 4A, for example, where we read about these characteristics. For example, if I have better motivation, better knowledge, and better skill, I have better status. And if I have better status, your perception is that I am more competent as a communicator. So, for example, okay. So, if I behave as most people behave, if my motivation is like other people's motivation, if my knowledge is like other people's knowledge, if my skills are like the skills of majority of the people, you will think that I'm a normal communicator, I have good competence, right? And if I differ from the norm, you will think that I'm an incompetent communicator, right? Okay. Come in. So, let's ask a question. We said that higher motivation, higher competence. Now the question comes, what increases motivation, right? So one is attraction to co-act increases and positive reinforcement history. Two things. If you like me and if I like you, if we both like each other, there is more attraction, and this increased attraction motivates me to teach you, motivates you to learn from me, right? Second, if I come to your class again and again, for example, I taught in first semester. So if in past I have given you positive impression, and you feel that this teacher is good because he taught us in first semester, then you will be attracted towards me, and if you are attracted towards me, you will be highly motivated to learn with me, and I'll be attracted towards you, I'll be motivated to teach you. In that case, you will think I am highly competent communicator, right? Okay. Now, 4B. Contextual obstruction of actor's performance increases. What is contextual obstruction? Now, suppose if you think that Divakar sir can explain us nicely because there is a smart board, because there is technological support in this class, and you think that if Divakar sir was teaching in a traditional whiteboard, not in a smart board, I don't think he would be able to explain so nicely. So what is happening here? You believe that my ability to explain this lesson properly, clearly, depends on extra support, not on my inner ability. Now what is happening? You will think that I can explain well, not because I can, but because I have the board. I can read the text, here is the text, I can highlight, I can show you. Now, what is happening? Now suppose you remove this board and you bring traditional board, and then you find that my explanation is not that effective. Then you will think I am less competent, because you think I am more competent communicator if you believe that my competence depends on my inner ability, not on the outward contextual helps. So if there are problems in the context, suppose I have a poor whiteboard, I don't have good marker, there is not enough light in the classroom, students are making a lot of noise, they are not cooperating, there are lots of problems. And if despite those problems I can explain you the lesson, you will think, oh, Divakar sir साँच्चै जान्नु भएको छ पढाउन, आज क्लासमा लाइट पनि थिएन, बोर्ड पनि बिग्रिया थियो, क्यामेरा पनि बिग्रिया थियो, मार्कर पनि थिएन, केही पनि थिएन, कस्तो गाह्रो भयो, तैपनि he made me understand. So you will think I am more competent. But if you think that Divakar sir's competence of explaining properly the lesson depends not on his ability, but on the support he is getting in the class, oh, सरले त यहाँ हेरेर पो पढाएको, ल यो मेटिदेऊ त, नहेरी पढाउन सक्नुहुन्छ, सक्नुहुन्न. If you think like that, दिवाकर सरले लेसन हेरिराख्नु भएको छ, हाइलाइट गरेर ल्याउनु भएको छ, त्यहाँ कमेन्ट लेख्नु भएको छ, हेरेर पढाउनु भयो, नहेरी पढाउनुहोस् त. If you think like that, then you will think I am not competent, because you believe that my ability to make you understand depends on this additional support I am getting. If you remove this support, you think I can't teach you that well. So to wrap up, if you believe my ability is inner, then you will think I am more competent. If you believe my ability is not inner, it's external support, then you will think I am not competent, I am less competent. Okay, 4B. Now move to 4C. As actors' receipt of valued outcomes increases, co-actors' impression of actors' competence increases. What is receipt of valued outcome? Suppose I am teaching you and you see me that I constantly achieve positive result. More people get good grades in my class. More people praise me in their feedback sessions. And if you see that time and again this teacher or this communicator, this speaker is able to achieve good outcomes, good results, right? Then you will think I'm competent. If a communicator again and again is able to achieve success, higher success result, right? I remember long ago, 25 वर्ष अगाडि एक फेरि क्याम्पसले के गर्यो, एउटा स्कुलले मलाई सुनको कोइन दियो प्राइजमा। किन दियो भन्दाखेरि त्यो पालि चाहिँ मेरो विषय सबै पास भएछ, अहिले पनि छ मसँग, सबै पास भएछ 25 इयर अगाडिको र स्कुल लेभलमा। त के भयो त, my outcome was high and they thought I am a competent teacher, they rewarded. यहाँ पनि when I came here in 2016 first year ma, the college rewarded me with a good amount of cash in public ceremony, saying that I am the most innovative teacher. They gave a certificate, still I have. They declared that he is the most innovative teacher because he uses new ways. So what is happening? Two examples. They think that this communicator brings good result, successfully, they think I'm competent. So if a speaker, if a communicator again and again is able to bring higher result in this communication dealing, you will start thinking that he is more competent. If every year more than 50, 60, 70% people fail in my subject, the college will say me goodbye. In the last 8 years in my subject, only one student has failed. And why did he fail? Because he was absent. Why was he absent? Because he went to become a pandit in a puja. He was a Bajrachar, he is still in some समय. He was Bajra, मैले सोधेँ किन फेल भएको? जाँदैन गएन सर। किन जाँदैन गएको? हाम्रो एउटा गुठीको पूजा थियो, त्यसमा पण्डित भएर बस्नु पर्ने थियो, जहाँ छोडेको। कस्तो बुद्धि होला। किन जहाँ छोडेको? अर्को मान्छे बस्न मिल्दैन, हामी नै बस्नु पर्थ्यो त्यही भएर। And he failed, right? So what is the point? If a communicator can achieve successful results, higher results continuously again and again, the co-actor perceives the communicator as more competent. 4D. The actors extend attributed communicative status. Now what does extant mean? Past. Extant means past. Suppose I began teaching in 1992 or 3. So it's more than 30 years I've been teaching. So when you know that this teacher has been teaching for 30 years, your first impression is that he must be a competent teacher because he has taught for a long time. So if a teacher has a long history, or if a communicator, if an actor has a long history of communicating, long communicative status, if I have done the work for a long time in the past, you will think that, you will perceive that I must be a competent communicator. Suppose somebody comes to your class and they say that I just passed my master's degree and this is my first class in my life. Then you will be suspicious. Oh, this is a new teacher. Maybe he can't control the class, right? So when you know somebody is doing something for the first time, your impression is they may not be competent. But when you know somebody is doing something for 30 years, your impression is they must be better, though this may not be true. Okay, so 4D. Now let's move to, okay, next point. So we talked about status, right? We talked about status, and under status we talked about 4 points, right? We began by saying that status means motivation, knowledge and skill. And then we talked about what things may increase status. And we said 4 factors can increase status. What were they? Number one, status can be increased because of higher motivation, knowledge, skill. Number 2, status can be increased if one can work despite difficulties. Number 3, status can be increased if one can continuously bring good result in their work. Number 4, status can be increased if has a past history of successful task performance. Now we move to number 5. Co-actors' impression of actors' competencies, function of actors' fulfillment of co-actors' expectancy. So what do you expect? Maybe when I came to this class, before I started the camera, I asked him, I asked you, "Padhara bujhya cha?" He said, "Bujhya cha." I said, "Sansike bujhya cha?" He said, "Bujhya cha, sir." I asked, "Supriya, bujhya cha?" Down there. She said, "Bujhya cha." Was na bujhya pani huno sakcha. So what is happening? I am fulfilling your expectation. One major expectation from students is that when a teacher teaches, we should understand, right? So what else do you expect? You expect me to be punctual. You expect me to be regular. You expect me to come prepared in class. You expect me to teach complete course on time, which I cannot do, right? Normally I don't do. I fail to complete course on time. Now, expectancies are of 3 types. 1, you expect a communicator to be good. अघि मैले एक्जाम्पल दिएँ नि, एउटा विद्यार्थी आयो भराङमा, मैले हेरेर झसङ्ग भएँ, अनि मैले त यो मान्छे कहाँबाट आयो, कहाँबाट छिर्यो मान्छे, कलेजभित्र भएर उसलाई तिमी कहाँ आएको बाबु भन्न लाग्यो बेला म एक विद्यार्थी भयो, के भयो त? He didn't look good. His dress was bad. His appearance was bad. And I thought he can't be a student here. But he is a student. I don't know why he is in that way. Maybe it's a first day. And he has no idea about dress and all that. So if good versus bad, if I communicate in a good manner, I fulfill your expectation. If I communicate in a bad manner, I fail to fulfill your expectation. Second is energy. Do I look lazy? Do I sit in class while teaching you because I'm tired? Do I slouch back like this while I teach you? Do I lean by the wall because I'm tired? Do I look drained without energy? No. If not, then I meet your expectation. The third is, am I active or passive? Today I am active because this is a teacher-centered class. So if a communicator communicates in a good way, shows full of energy, animation, life, enthusiasm, curiosity, interest, and is highly active, then you think he is a very competent communicator. On the other hand, if a speaker behaves badly, speaks badly, right? If a speaker is lazy, tired, seems without energy, if a speaker is passive, then you think he is not a competent communicator. 5. Now we move to, I explained this for 5A. Fulfillment of, did I 5A or no? Wait a minute. No. Yes, now we go to 5A. 5A. Okay. Fulfillment of positive co-actor expectancies. You have some expectations in this communicator, and if I can meet all positive expectations, I give you 10-second time, I'll come to you and ask you a question. What do you expect from this communicator as a teacher? And he will tell me 1 word, 2 words. Divakar sir, I expect this thing from you. Ready? Let's check. Okay. Bigya, what do you expect from me as a teacher?
Sir, I have one thing.
Huh? Okay, so quickly सोचने. What do you expect from the teacher? Me as a teacher. Huh? झ्याप्पै सोध्नुभयो सरले. What do you expect?
Give assignments and check strictly.
Okay, give assignments and check regularly. I think I don't meet this expectation. Because I almost never give assignment this semester at least, right? But he is the guy who does assignment every day and mails unfailingly every day. Till now, there is not a single class when he has not done assignment, when he has not mailed me assignment. He is the only person in 8 years here I have seen. In last 8 years, he is the only student who has unfailingly every day mailed me assignments. He does that. He's very careful. Okay, what do you expect from this teacher? No expectation. No expectation. She is Buddhist. No expectations, no miseries. More expectations, more miseries. What do you expect from me?
To teach the whole chapter, including syllabus.
Okay, to complete the whole chapters. And I'm sorry to say, I failed to meet this expectation, right? Last year, I didn't complete the course, but I completed because he came in alone for 8 sessions after set of exam, and I taught lessons to him. You were not there. Good. I failed to meet this expectation. Now, what do you expect from this teacher as a communicator?
Good energy.
Good analysis.
Energy.
Analogy, okay. Energy, okay, energy. Showing good energy. Okay, what do you expect from this teacher? Punctuality. Am I punctual? Do I look energetic? What do you expect from this teacher?
Vast knowledge on the subject.
Vast knowledge. Do you think I have? Okay, may not. Maybe I don't have. Okay, look what happened. I went around the class asking you what are your positive expectancies. You said we expect you to give assignments and check them regularly. We expect you to be energetic in class. We expect you to be punctual in class. We expect you to be have good knowledge. If I meet these expectations, you will think I am a competent teacher. Else you will think I am not a competent teacher. Okay, 4A. Now let's 5A. Let's go to 5B. Actors' normative violation of co-actors' negative expectancy. Okay. Now I'll come to you. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing you never expect from me. Tell me one thing you never expect from me. I should not do that thing in class. I must not do that to you. If I did, you will feel very bad. That's a negative thing. Ready? Okay. What's one thing you never expect me to do in class?
Shout at us.
Yeah?
Shout
Shout at
at us.
us. Okay, class, tell me, do I shout at you? Yes or no? I shout? What's your impression? I shout? Have I ever shouted at you and insulted you? No? Then I have made the expectation. Now look, she does not, she has a negative expectation, means she wants me not to do something. And I have made that expectation. So I may be perceived as a competent communicator. Okay, tell me one thing you never expect from this teacher. Bad behavior. Okay, fine. Have I behaved badly so far? No. So now you will perceive me positively. Okay. Tell me one thing you never expect from me. Not explaining something and escaping without saying you aaphi pada. Have I done that? Okay. So I asked you 3 questions, and in these 3 examples, I talked about negative characteristics. I talked about negative, and you see, I violate that expectation. How? By not fulfilling that. So you will perceive that this gentleman may be a competent communicator. 5C. Okay. Full competence prototype expectations. What is prototype? What is prototype? Anybody understands? What is prototype? Prototype is fundamental basic model of something. Prototype is fundamental model or basic model of doing something. And prototype expectation means, do I meet your basic expectations about how to communicate? For example, do I have good pronunciation as a teacher? Do I have loud enough voice? Do I go around the class? Do I control the class while I teach? Do I control disruptions? Do I come prepared? Do I explain well? Do I come on time? Basic things that you expect from a teacher. If I meet them, you will think I'm more competent. If not, you will think I'm less competent. Okay. 5C, now we move to 5D. Normative reciprocity of positive affect and compensation of negative affect. Now look. Normative reciprocity. What is reciprocity? Reciprocal means two-way. And affect means feeling. So here, if I as an actor behave well with you, and if you are behaving well with me, if we never have quarrel in this class, if I never shout at you, if you never feel insulted because of me, if I never misbehave, then we have reciprocally, I behave you well and you behave me well. This is reciprocal, right? If I behave normally and if you behave normally, and if, next word, affect, if I show positive feelings in class and if you show positive feelings in class, if both of us have positive feelings in class, then you will think that this communicator must be more competent. Suppose I get angry in class, suppose I shout in class, suppose I lose my temper in class, suppose I create fear in class, and you are very nervous in class because of my behavior, you feel insulted in class because of my behavior, you feel bad because of my behavior, then you will think I'm not a competent communicator, right? So look, when you go for business dealing, it's very important what kind of feelings you express. If you show positive attitude, others show positive attitude. If you smile, others smile at you. If you frown, others look at you with suspicion, right? So reciprocal, normal, look, a matching similarity of response. If both sides in a communication have similar response, both sides will think that both of them are competent communicators. 5D. Now we move to 5. No, yes, we have completed. Now we move to 6 number. Mutual fulfillment. No, I think I made a mistake. No, we should go next section now. Yes, we have completed discussing episodic system, right? I guess so. Have I? Or one point is left? What point is left? Okay, 5C is left. E. Is there E? Where is E? Oh. Is there E? Okay, let me check where is E. Okay, 5E. Here we are. Yeah. Compensation of power relations. Look, what is power relation? Last time, or sometimes it happens, you, not in this class, but in some other classes, you use mobile without my permission. And I feel that your mobile is distracting. I seize the mobile, right? Then you follow me in the office. I give you a kind of punishment, corrective punishment. I say, do this assignment. Then you get it back, right? Now, what is happening in that example? That is an example of power struggle. In classroom, there are two power centers, the teacher and the student. Students have some rights. They have right? I have some rights, right? Now, what is power relation? I must not misuse my power. Because I am teacher, so I am not supposed to dominate you. I am not supposed to have bias against you. I am not supposed to insult you. I am not supposed to misbehave you. I am not supposed to feel you bad, make you feel bad. So I cannot, should not, ought not to misuse my power. In the same way, you also should not misuse your power. If we both, student side and teacher side, the co-actor and the actor, respect each other, then this will create a very conducive environment for learning. It will create a good environment. You will feel that, oh, in this English class, we are respected properly. The teacher respects our identities. The teacher listens to us. Teacher doesn't insult us. Teacher doesn't shout at us, right? And he creates a good environment. Then in that case, they will think this teacher is a more competent communicator. But imagine that I always punish you. Imagine I shout at you. Imagine I lose my temper. Imagine I take you to the principal for no reason. You will start thinking that this teacher is a Hitler. He behaves like a dictator. In that case, they will think I'm not a good communicator, right? Okay, now with this 5 points, we move to next point. Before we move to next point, let's quickly recap the 5 points we read earlier. Number A, fulfilling positive expectancies. Number B, violating negative expectancies. Number C, meeting basic communicative requirements. Number D, showing positive emotions and feelings reciprocally. And number E, having balanced power exercise between actor and co-actor. These 5 things increase competence of an actor. Now we move to relational system. Okay. So, as you can see, the word, before I talk relational system, we began with individual system. Then we moved on to episodic system. So, in individual system, we focused only on the actor. In episodic system, we focused on actor plus co-actor in one episode. Now, in relational system, we will focus on multiple episodes over time. For example, if you analyze my ability to communicate with you over the last 22 classes I have taught this semester, or 24 classes, and you will compare one class with another, and both parties, that can be a relational system, right? So in relational system, you focus not only on one episode, you focus on multiple episodes, and not only that. So you also look at the relationship between the actor and the co-actor. As the name suggests, you also focus on mutual relation. How is the relation between the two parties? Let's move ahead. So number one, or before we move to this one, okay. Mutual fulfillment of autonomy and intimacy. Autonomy. Autonomy and intimacy are two opposite words. What is autonomy? Autonomy is giving you freedom to do things the way you like, not interfering. Intimacy is trying to control. So if a communicator can bring balance between control and freedom, not too much freedom, that will be anarchy, not too much control, that will be dictatorship. So not too strict, not very liberal, right? If necessary, can control the class, and he doesn't present himself as a dictator. So not too much control, not too much freedom. A balance between freedom and control. If a communicator can show a balance between control and freedom, then you will think he is a competent communicator, right? So balance between how much freedom you exercise and how much control you exercise. These, as I said, these are the opposite things, right? They have tension, right? Okay, look here, let's read here. The desire for human contact. What is intimacy? What is intimacy? Look here. Desire for human contact. You want to talk to the teacher. You want to meet the teacher. You want to be with the teacher. You want to learn from the teacher. Contact, connection, belonging, inclusion. You want to feel that this teacher focuses everybody. If you feel that this English teacher never attends one student, then they will feel I am being ignored in this class, right? Camaraderie. For example, you want me to feel, you want me to behave like a friend, treat you like a friend, equal. Then communal activity. You want me to involve you in the class. You want me to show